Alrighty, here we are, right after my dentist appointment, and boy, do I have good news, no cavities today. Thank you so much. I appreciate the applause. Uh, so I can definitely give you some good tips on how to take care of your teeth, but I can also give you some good tips on how to do your books on your own. Mazuma, we are trying to be the solution for small businesses who can't afford, traditional accounting services and don't have the time to keep their books up to date on their own and don't want to bother with it. But it's certainly not rocket science and something that you can do if you are inclined and interested in doing yourself. So the key to bookkeeping is not getting behind. You just have to dedicate regular amounts of time or small amounts of time regularly to updating your accounting records. So, for example, every week you probably want to look at your records and just go down your bank statement. We talked about previously having a separate bank statement for your business, separate bank account for your business. You want to go through that bank statement and look at each transaction and identify the type of expense. So you're looking at this purchase on your bank statement from Staples or Office Depot, and you say, oh, I bought supplies. I bought office supplies. So maybe in a spreadsheet, you type in the amount, you put the date, and you put office supplies. Or, of course, if you're using an accounting software, you would enter that in, like QuickBooks, you would enter that in as a expense, code it to the account, office supplies, and so on. You just want to update that information on a regular basis, and like I say, weekly. If you're doing it weekly, may take you half an hour. So half an hour a week is not too much, right? So that is the key to keeping your books on your own, is just doing it regularly and not getting behind. Because as soon as you get a couple months behind, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months behind, it's going to take you, 5 hours or 6 hours or, to do all that. And it's really hard to set aside that amount of time for a task that just seems less important and isn't really that important a lot of times until it comes time to do the tax return. So that it's really that simple. It really is just making sure that you track all of the cash activity that is going through your business or your business bank account, and accounting for all of the income and all the different types of expenses. And so that at the end of the year, what you're looking for is just a profit and loss statement, which is simply just the total amount of income or revenue you've generated, and then expenses broken out by category. So for the whole year, you've got total office supplies, $1,500, total meals, $500. I spent this much on a computer, utilities, or total paid for internet, $600. That's all the information that you need in order to prepare a tax return. So if you can just kind of keep track of that, taking the information from the bank statement, putting it on a spreadsheet or an accounting software where you've identified the type of expense that has been purchased, paid for, then you can do it yourself. And if you walk into your accountant's office who's doing your tax return, or if you're doing your own tax return, then they'll just take that information, put it right on to Schedule C if you're a sole proprietor, or a 1065 for partnerships, or 1120 for a corporation, and that's how you generate a tax return. That's how you arrive at the net taxable income number that that you ultimately pay tax on. Income minus all of those expenses. Of course, there's lots of other little things to think about, but that's going to get you 95% there. And again, the tip is just doing it regularly and not getting behind on it, because it just becomes a bigger task than it needs to be. So we encourage you to spend half an hour a week, maybe an hour a month, reviewing what you've done, and just totaling up all of your income and expenses as you go throughout the year. So there's my tip on keeping your own books. If you ever need some tips on keeping your teeth free of cavities, send me an email. Thanks. Bye.